What's up, Internet? As you can tell, I'm not in my typical attire, and I'm not inside anywhere, so please try to ignore any road noise you hear. I'm out here by my storage building. As you all know, I'm moving down to Georgia, and so I got about half my house packed in this building right here. But I want to introduce you guys to BBQ BOX. Now, BBQ BOX comes from BattlBox. BattlBox decided they wanted to come out with another subscription box service, and this is what they come up with, which is my second love outside of survival and tactical stuff, is eating. And this is all about eating, all right? So this is the BBQ BOX, and that's what we're going to go over right here on the first BBQ BOX review. So BBQ BOX is one level, okay? There's no basic, advanced, etc., like BattlBox. So it's one level, $24.99 plus shipping, okay? In each box, you have a category. This month's category is pork, and this is your welcome box. So just like with BattlBox, you have a welcome box. All new subscribers will get this box as their first box, okay? So the category this month is pork, and the recipe is Boston butt. Now, all the recipes are coming from Myron Mixon. Myron Mixon is here in Georgia, and he is the winningest man in barbecue, okay? 4-time world champion, teaches classes, everything. The man knows everything there is to know about barbecue. If it has to do with meat and heat, he knows what to do, okay? So every recipe comes from Myron Mixon. Also in every box, you're going to get some sort of an edible snack that you can eat right there on the spot. So this month, we're dealing with pork, so we have this pork barrel barbecue uncured bacon jerky. It says it's bacon, but better. We'll see about that. I love bacon, and I didn't think you can make bacon any better, but we're going to see right here, spicy sriracha. I like sriracha, so that's going to be pretty good. As your packing material in the box, you get some wood chips. So here we've got some maple wood chips. You can use that, soak them down and use that in your smokers. The smoker I have here is a pellet grill, so we're not going to be able to use those. But I've got another smoker, a smaller one, that I can use those in the future. So in each box, you're going to get some sort of like a sauce with a rub or a spice with a marinade. So this month we've got Myron Mixon's hog sauce for this recipe. This sauce right here was actually developed by Myron Mixon and us here at BattlBox for this first box of BBQ BOX. So this is brand new. This isn't something that's been around. This is a brand new sauce that Myron and the guys from BattlBox and BBQ BOX put together specifically for this box and this recipe. And we've got his original meat rub here, Myron Mixon's competition style rub that goes along with the recipe. So that's in a nutshell what BBQ BOX is all about. Each month you're going to get a different category, a different recipe, and different products to make, whatever that meat is that Myron Mixon picked out for that month. So on the back of the card, we have the recipe, basically each step of the recipe, how to cook it. But you also have here on the left side what you need as far as ingredients. Got some tips from Myron himself, and then it tells you about the sriracha bacon jerky that we have here that we'll chew on while we're letting this thing cook. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start the preparation all the way through step 3, and then we're going to come back in the morning and continue on with the Boston butt. So what we need to do is prepare a pork injection, then we'll prepare the meat, inject it, and then we'll throw it in the refrigerator. Here it says for 2 hours, but we're just going to let it set overnight because it's starting to get dark, and we're going to start it in the morning so that hopefully by a little bit after lunchtime tomorrow, we'll have some Boston butt to eat. So let's get started. All right, so I got my ingredients and a few things over here according to the list that I needed. I got some vinegar, apple juice, salt, some sugar. I've got an injector here. I've got a pan so I can do the injection. The yellow mustard and the olive oil is kind of my own little twist I'm going to throw in there. I've always used yellow mustard before I put the rub on. I may or may not do that, but I got it here just in case I decide to do that. So first thing we're going to do is make our pork injection. So let's jump on the hot plate and get that started. So the first ingredient in this injection is apple juice. Some distilled white vinegar. All right, and next on the list is some sugar and then some salt. All right, so we're gonna bring this rascal up. Not to a boil, but we wanna heat it up good until all of this is good and dissolved. Then we're gonna take it off, let it cool, and then it'd be ready to stab some meat and shoot this good stuff in there. So I've got that just under a boil. All the sugar and salt is dissolved. I'm gonna let that cool down for a little bit before I put it in the syringe. But I'm gonna test this right here out when I'm letting it do that. It is a little better than bacon, I think. Ooh, the sriracha just hit me. Wow, that is really good. Wow. Got a, kind of like a brown sugar sweet taste up front, and then the sriracha kind of punches you in the back of the throat right there towards the end. Man, that's really good stuff. Check them out. Pork barrel barbecue. Bacon jerky. It's really good. So I'm gonna let that cool down. I've already got my my Boston butts over here laid out, and I'm gonna inject those, and then we'll set them in the refrigerator till in the morning, and then we'll fire the Traeger up and start smoking those butts in the morning. If I can stop eating this stuff right here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put the injection juice, the injection concoction in here. And then I'm gonna have some in here. And I'm gonna take it over here to the buttocks. They call them Boston butts. It's actually a shoulder. So I got this injector here. And what I'm gonna do is, you kinda wanna try to think of it divided up into like 1-inch squares. So I'm gonna go every inch or so in a pattern, about 1-inch squares, I think, this way. Then I'll turn it on its side and do a little bit. Basically, give it the juice till it can't take anymore, right? So that's the idea. All right, so I'm just gonna do that right on down. Go to the next one, and I'll see y'all in the morning, and we'll get ready to throw these rascals on the Traeger here and smoke them up. Well, morning. We out here. I got my hoodie on. It's a little bit cooler this morning, but we're getting ready to fire up the Traeger. I got a mixture of different types of wood pellets in here, so we're gonna get this thing to smoking, get it rolling, and start to rub our butts. Rubbing our butts. Rubbing our butts. Woo! I'm gonna let that come up to temperature, and I'm gonna go ahead and start the rub on this Boston butt right here. I'm gonna deviate a little bit from Myron's recipe. I like to use a little bit of olive oil and yellow mustard before I put my rub on. Just is what it is. I don't think it's gonna be that big a deal, but I feel like it helps, you know, the rub stick better. So last night before we put these up, these are called Boston butts, but they're not actually butts. They're a cut of the shoulder. Some people don't know why it's called a butt. Well, back in the day, they used to put the pork cuts in barrels, and the barrels were called butts. Well, this cut right here became very popular in New England, and it kind of adopted the name the Boston butt. But it is a favorite here in the South for sure. So we're going to cover this bad boy up real good with this rub from Myron. Try to get everything. So we're going to let that sit, and I'll get the other one ready, and the grill should be ready about the time I'm done with that one. All right, I got my butts rubbed. Got my Traeger up to the 250 that Myron recommended. So I'm gonna drop her on there. And now we wait. In 2 hours we'll come back and we'll see what they look like. Just gonna leave it alone. Keep the lid closed. That's the key. Don't look in there. Don't do it. We let it smoke for a couple hours and it didn't quite get to the color that we wanted in a couple hours, so we went 2 more hours. So we've had it on 250 degrees for 4 hours now. We got it to the color that we want. So we're going to transfer them over to the pans, put apple juice in, stick our meat thermometer in, wrap the pans up, put it back on until we get to about 205 degrees internal temperature. So they're both sitting right at 123 internal right now. It's 12:45, so we'll come back a couple hours. It should be really close. All right, we got our internal temperature where we need it to be. So I'm going to take this off and we're going to see what we got. There we go. One thing I've always done is you grab that bone. See how that joker's. That means she's ready, folks. She's ready. So let's take us a little look down in here. See what we got. See how it's breaking apart, nice and easy. Got our smoke. I mean, that's good stuff right there, man. That is good stuff. So the recipe calls to cover it up, take it off, cover it up real good with cover it up real good with the hog sauce, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to shred it up and we're just going to use the hog sauce kind of as a dip. And we're going to go over to my buddy's house and we're going to feed the family. So I'm going to let them decide if they want to dip in that sauce or not. That is really good. That's really good. That recipe from Myron mixing with his meat rub and this sauce is really good. BBQBox.com. Y'all check it out. $24.99 plus shipping. It's going to be an awesome video series, guys. So check that out. The newest subscription box out there is going to fill your belly and make you happy and make you rub your butts. Check them out. BBQBox.com. I'll see you next month with the next video.